one man killed so many people that historians still can't agree on the exact number. Estimates range from 6 million to over 20 million. Another one turned his entire country into a prison where even laughing at the wrong time could get you executed. Today we're counting down the 5 most ruthless dictators in history. Men so brutal that the world had to create new laws just because of what they did. Stay until number 1, because this one will genuinely disturb you. Number 5, Idi Amin, Uganda. Idi Amin ruled Uganda from 1971 to 1979 and was so brutal that his own people called him the Butcher of Uganda. During his 8 years in power, he had between 100,000 and 500,000 Ugandans killed, many of them his own soldiers and government officials. He would invite people to dinner and then have them arrested and executed before dessert. He declared himself president for life, King of Scotland, and even claimed to have defeated the British Empire. He kept the severed heads of his enemies in his refrigerator, according to multiple witnesses. When he was finally overthrown, he escaped to Saudi Arabia, where he lived comfortably until 2003, never facing justice for a single crime. Number 4, Pol Pot, Cambodia. Pol Pot ruled Cambodia from 1975 to 1979, and in just 4 years managed to kill approximately 2 million people, nearly 25% of his entire country's population. His goal was to create a perfect agricultural society by eliminating everyone he considered an enemy, which included doctors, teachers, engineers, and anyone who wore glasses, because glasses meant you could read, which meant you were educated, which meant you were dangerous. Cities were emptied overnight. Hospitals were shut down. Schools were closed. Money was abolished. Millions were forced into labor camps where they died of starvation, disease, and execution. He called his regime Year Zero, as if history itself was starting over from nothing. Number 3, Joseph Stalin, Soviet Union. Joseph Stalin ruled the Soviet Union for nearly 30 years and is responsible for the deaths of somewhere between 6 million and 20 million people. The exact number is still debated by historians today. He created a system of terror so complete that people were arrested, tortured, and executed based purely on anonymous tips from neighbors and colleagues. He deliberately engineered a famine in Ukraine in 1932 to 1933 that killed between 3.5 and 7.5 million people in what is now recognized as genocide. He had his own generals executed before World War II, weakening his own army. And yet, when he died in 1953, millions of Soviet citizens genuinely wept in the streets because they had been told for so long that he was their protector. Number 2, Adolf Hitler, Germany. Adolf Hitler needs no introduction. Yet most people don't know the full scale of what he did. Beyond the Holocaust, which killed 6 million Jewish people, his decisions directly caused World War II, which resulted in the deaths of over 70 million people worldwide. He transformed a democratic country into a dictatorship in less than 2 years, using nothing but speeches, propaganda, and fear. He was obsessed with creating a perfect race and spent enormous military resources on extermination, even when it was hurting Germany's war effort. What makes Hitler uniquely terrifying is not just what he did, but how easily he convinced millions of ordinary people to help him do it. Number 1, Mao Zedong, China. This is the name most people outside China don't know, but historians consider Mao Zedong responsible for the largest number of deaths caused by any single ruler in human history. Estimates range from 40 million to 80 million deaths during his rule from 1949 to 1976. His Great Leap Forward, an attempt to rapidly industrialize China, caused the deadliest famine in human history, killing between 15 and 55 million people in just 4 years. Yet today his face still appears on Chinese currency. His portrait still hangs in Tiananmen Square. And in China, his legacy is officially described as 70% good and 30% bad. One of the most chilling understatements in the history of the world. So those are the 5 most ruthless dictators in human history. From Idi Amin's refrigerator of horrors to Mao's 80 million deaths. History's darkest chapters are written by men with unlimited power and zero conscience. Which one shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. If this video opened your eyes, please hit the like button and subscribe to World Fact Hub. We uncover the most powerful and disturbing stories in human history every single week. See you in the next one.